Captain America, Brave New World. This is the newest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the 35th movie, I want to say, the fourth Captain America movie. And yeah, it's our first time seeing Anthony Mackie as Captain America in a movie form. We had Captain America, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier mini series. And so this is the first time movie form seeing Anthony Mackie as Captain America. And I wasn't very excited for this movie, just because the last few Marvel movies haven't been that great, in my opinion. Um, the behind the scenes, I've heard this movie was like reshot 3 times or something like that. It's directed by Julius Onah. He directed like that. The last what did he direct? That Netflix movie, the Paradox, the Cloverfield movie. He directed the last Cloverfield movie. I just don't think he's that great of a director. So yeah, I wasn't that excited going into this. And so I went and saw it in IMAX last night because scenes were shot for IMAX. And I gotta say, I wish I hadn't gone to the movies to go see this in IMAX. I wish I hadn't paid the extra money to see it because this movie's not that good at all. I think this is by far one of the worst Marvel movies that we've had. Period. From the minute this movie starts, the dialogue is so cringy at times. It feels like a middle schooler wrote this movie in certain scenes. Just some of the things that they are saying. And, Harrison Ford and Anthony Mackie, they're great actors. But from what they're saying, it's just like so bad. You can tell a lot of this is reshot. I don't necessarily know for sure which spots were, but there's so much exposition in this movie that feels so out of place, and just feels like exposition. And they explain themselves like 4 different times of what's happening. The movie is boring as hell, probably because half of the movie feels like exposition. This is also not a Captain America movie. It's really not. It is The Incredible Hulk 2. But instead of having Hulk in the movie, it's Captain America. It literally feels like this movie was written in 2008, right after The Incredible Hulk came out, and they just couldn't make the movie, so they're like, hey, let's put in Captain America instead. That's what this movie feels like. It is laughably bad. It is so boring, so horrendous. The CGI, the green screen, looks so bad in this movie. It's horrendous. This movie's trying to have twists and turns and stuff like that, but you're like, yeah, and that's gonna happen, that's gonna happen, that's gonna happen, that's gonna happen. It's so cliche, it's so predictable. You've seen this movie 100,000 times. It feels like ripoffs of other Marvel movies. People have been saying, I've heard a few people say like it's Frankenstein's monster of Marvel movies, and yeah, that's kind of the best way to describe this movie. It feels like they put everything together, put some of Thor's lightning on it, and boom, brought it to life, and that's this movie. It is just horrendously bad. I cannot believe what I saw last night. I cannot believe how boring it was. I cannot believe some of the special effects. I cannot believe some of the story. How there's some stupid things that happen in this movie that I just cannot believe. There is a villain. I don't know if people know about it, so I won't spoil it, but there is a villain that is in this movie that looks like just so bad. The way this character looks is so horrendous, and you can clearly tell that he's not talking to, like, there's a scene where him and Captain America are, I'm just going to call him Sam. There's a scene where him and Sam are talking, and you can clearly tell that they're not actually talking to each other. You can clearly tell that is Anthony Mackie's, like, stunt double or whatever in the scene, because they're clearly not together, and there's so much green screen. It just looks so bad. It looks worse than the 2008 green screen would be. It looks like an early 2000s green screen. It looks so bad. If you're going into this movie to see Red Hulk, you are 100% going to be disappointed because he's in the movie for 5 minutes. if you've watched any trailers, I've gone back and watched some of the trailers, I've watched some of the TV spots, you've literally seen every single scene that is in the grand finale with Red Hulk. You've seen everything. So there's really no point in going into this movie. It is just horrendous. There's some new characters introduced that really have no point. There's some cameos that just feel like they're there, including one cameo that I don't even think that the actor was actually there. It looked like, what's it called? The face replacement thing. I forget what that thing's, what do they call it? The face replacement. I can't remember. Anyways, the point is, it didn't even look like the actor was there. Another cameo that just like, so what was the point of you coming? You gave a talk that we already saw in Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is, if you haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't know how you watch this movie. I really don't. I don't know how you even watch the movie if you haven't seen The Incredible Hulk. It blew my mind how not Captain America this movie is. Like, people complain that Captain America Civil War is not a Captain America movie, but it, at the end of the day, is a Captain America movie. It is very much about Cap helping Bucky. Yes, there's a lot of Avengers stuff in there. Don't get me wrong. It's Avengers 2.0 in a sense. But this is just not a Captain America movie. It really isn't. It's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Harrison Ford is good. He's a great actor. The lines he's saying, though, are so horrendous. And I personally don't understand why they just recast this role. I think they should have just put Ross to rest. Harrison Ford's in his 80s. I'm sorry to say it, but he's not going to be around much longer. You're just going to have to kill him off again, or recast, or kill him off or recast him again. So I don't understand why they just recast this role the way they did. Like I said, it kind of feels like they wrote this back in 2008 when the first one came out, and they just were like, well, we have a script, let's go for it. And it doesn't work for me. I can't say that actor's name, this actor's name, the Galeano Espinito. I can't say his name. He really doesn't even need to be in the movie. I believe he was something that they confirmed was part of the reshoots. His role was really nothing. There's also the I forget the guy's name, but the first Black Winter Soldier in Falcon Winter Soldier that's in this movie. Again, if you haven't seen Falcon Winter Soldier, you're screwed. I don't understand how you would watch this movie without watching that, and I do not understand how you'd watch this movie without watching Incredible Hulk. I really just don't understand it. But yeah, at the end of the day, this movie is really Thunderbolt Ross's movie. And it almost feels like, hey, we casted Harrison Ford, now we have to make a bigger role for him. I don't know. It's just a mess. It is all over the place. The special effects are not that great. There's some decent action sequences that I saw in IMAX that kind of looked cool, but at the end of the day, I think just go watch Civil War, go watch Winter Soldier. You're going to find better action sequences. This movie sucks. I could not stand this movie. I don't understand how people are saying this movie's fine. It is not fine. It's bad. This is baffling how bad it is, in my opinion. Yeah, I have very few positive things to say, except that the acting, they're trying. The sidekick guy, Torres, he's annoying as hell. I cannot stand him in this movie. There's moments where they try to give us these like, emotional scenes, and I'm like, I don't flipping care. Let that guy die for all I care. It's so annoying. It does not work. Yeah, I can't stand this movie. I just cannot stand this movie. It is horrendous, in my opinion. I cannot believe that this is the movie that they put on screen for us. I really can't. It was just horrendous. I'm going down to a 3 out of 10 on this one. 3 out of 10. I do not like this movie. This is absolutely one of the worst Marvel movies ever put to screen. It doesn't even feel good enough to be part of the Falcon Winter Soldier TV show. There's just nothing to it. It's a mess. It's doesn't look good. It looks too digitally, and there's such bad dialogue. It felt like a middle schooler wrote this with a crayon. It's not good. It's just not good, and I do not like that it's not a Captain America movie. It's a Hulk movie, except Hulk's not in it. because rights and blah 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 with Universal or whatever the fudge it is. So you guys, that is my review of Captain America: Brave New World. 3 out of 10. It's not good. Don't go see it. Do not go see it. Stop supporting Marvel at this point. Until they give us actual good movies, stop supporting Marvel. I supported Marvel last night. Why did I go pay to see this in IMAX? I don't think I'm seeing the next one in IMAX. I don't. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I hope you have yourself a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And hey, I'll see you next time.